Hi everyone, my name is Maury and welcome to the video. Today we have a kitchen. I have not had a chance to clean. I still have a amount of dishes I gotta do over here on the table. There's like a mess with all my candle stuff, which is what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna try to make some candles today. I'm out of candles. Candles are expensive, and so I figured I would make some because I have the supplies for it. And I got a couple hours before I need to head out. I've got a D&D game I gotta get to, so let's get on with it. So, this is not a tutorial, this is just like a follow along with me. You're not gonna get like an in-depth, like this is how you make a candle. I'm reteaching myself, so we're gonna see if this ends up being a fail video, which is pretty likely, because I don't remember how to do anything. So, yes, candles. What I'm gonna need. Something for the wax. I'm going to be using a double boil method. I've got my water full of... It's spilling everywhere. Got my water in a pan, which I'm going to put this into, and so we can melt the wax. I know some people see like cauldrons that they melt their wax in. I don't make candles enough to justify that expense, so for now we're going to keep it cheap. Going to use a double boil. We're going to need a thermometer of some kind to make sure that we don't burn our wax. So we're going to need a little thermometer. I think you can get these for like super cheap, maybe for like $2 at some grocery store. You don't need to get fancy with it, just as long as you have something to tell you the temperature. A spoon, because we're going to be mixing wax. Got a jar full of it that I'm not going to use all of it, clearly, but got some wax. It's gonna be your main ingredient. A jar, a really tiny one. It's just what I have. Nothing too crazy. I've got 3 of them. I only want to make 2, but I have a 3rd one for just in case I put too much wax. You're gonna need. I've got the ones where they've already have like a metal plate on the bottom, so you can just there on the bottom of the of your container. I've got 3 wicks. They're pre-cut. I believe these came, I got candle making kits some time ago. Like this literally has dust on the top of it, but I believe these came with this kit. So I know that the wicks are gonna work with this jar. Other thing we're gonna need, since I'm making scent candles, you're gonna need some oils. I've got so many. Look at this. All of my oils. So I'm gonna be doing a little bit of a sniff test for some of these and figure out which ones I want to use. This is totally optional. This is more for aesthetic. Dyes, wax dyes. This kit came with a few cubes. I don't know why it came in cubes. That's going to be really frustrating to deal with that. But I also got a bunch of these little chips. Yeah, I've got like a ton of these chips. Absolutely not just for looks. It doesn't matter. It's still gonna burn the same. It's still gonna smell the same. So completely unnecessary. But for fun, I kind of want to add some paint, some color to my candle. Something that we're going to need for our wicks, we need to ensure that they're as straight as they possibly can, because if you've got weird curves in your wick, it's gonna burn weird. So these are our little wick holders. These are the fancy ones. They're metal, and you can just set that on top. Usually, this one's a little bigger. Bars. They're all. Not use these. You just set that on top. There's a little hole here. You put the wick through the hole, and then you slide it over there to the little notch that's in there, and it should hold your wick in place. So it's the wax is drying as straight as that wick can go. Like I said, these are the fancy ones. You need to get these. I've seen people use like popsicle sticks, where you use 2 of them, where you'll just sandwich the wick in between them to hold that straight. There are some popsicle sticks like these that are super cheap. I'm sure you can find these on Amazon. But you don't need 2 popsicle sticks, you just need the one and just thread it through and whatever. Like Sharpie clips do the same thing. Really, you just gotta get creative. It's important to have your wick as straight as it can be in your jar so it will burn properly. Let's start making some candles. So weirdly, this is such a weird combination, but they actually smell really good together. I'm gonna use campfire, which literally just smells like campfire smoke. And I'm gonna use Macintosh apple. Apple and campfire. Who knew that would smell good together? And we'll do... We actually want this to be about 185 degrees, and we won't actually start pouring until it goes down to 135. So it's the hardest part, it's the waiting part. We're just gonna do its thing. Alright, so looks like I did make enough to make 2 like I wanted. Save this guy for another time. A little bit of an oopsie right there, but that's okay. I totally forgot to mention these little sticky things for the wicks. This is just to help keep your wicks in place. So you'll peel off, you'll stick one of these like on that, peel it off, it should come off pretty easily, and then you just line it up and stick it in the middle of your jar, and that should hold it in place a little bit better, because as you saw, if you pour, things tend to get a little bit messy and things get jostled around. So yeah, so we're gonna wait for our lovely red candles to solidify. Also with pouring, you're gonna need to be really careful about pouring these in and not causing any bubbles. Some people like that look, so if that's something you want, then you know, disregard, but we're gonna let these sit for overnight, and we should have some candles then. Yeah. Hi there, everyone. So it's been actually a couple of days since making my candles, but they are done, they are solidified. And if I do say so myself, I think they smell pretty good. The campfire smell is not super overpowering. I mean, there's definitely like secondary tones. That is the strongest scent is apple. Alright, so you can see kind of on the top there's some holes solidifying. There were some bubbles in my mixture. You can fix that by adding some more wax. A little extra kind of laying around, you can fill that up just fine. I also put this next to a window on a really cold day, so I think that's what this is. It just got really, really chilly really fast. Same with this part. I don't really know what happened there, but it dried weird somewhere in the bottom. I think that there's like a bubble in there. Again, probably because I put it next to a cold window, but more or less, good candle. As you can see here, my boyfriend and I have been using the second candle. It's gotten kind of burned on the edges a little bit as we've tried to light the wick. But yeah, it's pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy with how this turned out. There's some fails in there, but more or less, for my first try in however many years, I think we did pretty good. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this it was actually super fun to get back and make something again, like especially with candles. I haven't touched, I want to say years, so it was nice to pull that out and work on that again. I may do another one, just like a craft with me type of video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys can join me in the next one. Bye!